Hi friends, welcome to Engineering Clinic. So today we are going to see a video on the VMImage that I am going to provide you free of cost for all the subscribers, that contains NS2, NS3, then Sumo, then Wireshark, Gnuplot, NetSimulyzer, NetAnim. So whatever softwares in our channel we are prescribing, so everything will be available on that VM. So nobody can able to feel that they could not able to install NS2 or NS3 or some error. So it will be right away can install it very easily. So step 1 is we have to install VMware Workstation Player number 17, because I have created the VM using the VMware Workstation Player 7. So previous versions won't be working. So always use a VMware Workstation Player number 17 and later. So once it is installed, the downloading of a VMware Workstation will be around 577 MB. So download it, and after that you go for the installation procedures. So after the installation procedure is over, so you need to copy the VMImage to your folder D drive. Preferably don't use a C drive, you can use a D drive, because D drive might be having good storage. So if you unzip or if you decompress it, the size of the volume will be somewhere around 30 GB, you will get it. So the 8 GB will be extracted to 30 GB. So see whether you have a sufficient 30 GB of storage in your hard disk, that you can able to try. See, now the installation is of VMware Workstation 17 is going on. I have just clicked yes. I have given list of softwares what I have just used in my VMImage. So it is Ubuntu 22.04 with NS2, NS3, NetSimulyzer, Sumo, Tracemetrics, Wireshark, and other softwares like even Java, JDK also been installed here. Now after the installation of VMware, restart your machine. After that, and now here is mine. So now the storage allocation. So since it is a VMImage, so the image what I am giving will be the guest operating system in your computer, and your host operating system will be your Windows. In case you are using in a Windows machine, that is your host, and you are going to install Ubuntu as a guest operating system. So for the guest also you need to provide some space limitation. So I recommend that if you have 16 gigabytes of RAM in your machine, so 4 GB you can allocate RAM for Ubuntu, and 50 GB or 30 to 50 GB you can allocate the storage space. So in my machine I already have downloaded this Ubuntu, the virtual image, which is of 8 GB size. When it is unzipped or decompressed, it will become 30 GB. Now open VMware Workstation, then open a virtual machine. Now go to the D drive where you have just decompressed that folder what I have just given you. Now you just go there. Now find out the location Ubuntu 22.04, then click it. Now automatically that VM appears here. Now you can see that. Now in this case here you go to the edit settings option, and then you try to change the memory and the storage. So now you can see in my case I have given 4 GB of RAM and 30 GB or 50 GB of storage. So in case if you have a good storage, you can give more space also, or else 30 GB will be the recommended one. So I have given the recommendation, if you have 8 GB RAM, you can allocate 2 GB for Ubuntu. If you have 4 GB RAM, you can allocate 1 GB, but your Windows and Ubuntu will be very slow if you have a 4 gigabytes of RAM. So now this is how the way you just allocate your bandwidth and the storage. So in the virtual machine image, I have given the username as pradeepkumar and the password is 123456. So in case if you want to change the password in future, you can able to change. Usernames also can be changed, but you see the online notes or any information to change the username. Since I have just created for myself, I have created the username as pradeepkumar. But whenever you log into Ubuntu, it directly goes inside without asking for username password. But during any installation of software, or if you want to tweak something, or if you want to add or modify something, then you need to give the password as 123456. So once you start the virtual machine, it goes like this. The Ubuntu gets opened like this. It will be just less than 10 seconds you can able to open the Ubuntu. So install the VMware tools for making this maximization. So Ubuntu's Workstation 17 will surely do that. But in case if you have a small window, you can install VMware tools to make the guest OS to operate in a full screen menu. So now how to use Ubuntu. Now here is my Ubuntu screen that every one of you will get. So now open a terminal. I have installed all the softwares in the home folder itself. Now first let me try you. I am going to install, or I am going to run NS3, not install, I am going to run NS3. You can see here. So all the applications I have installed the home folder. First I am going for a NS all-in-one 3.38. So this is what the NS3 I have installed. Now see, I am running an example NS3 run first.cc. So when I do that, yes, the example is running. That means NS3 is running successfully. So you can make use of that. Now second.cc also I am just running. So that also runs successfully fine. Then you can see here, I am just clearing the screen. I went into NS all-in-one 2.35. 2.35, then TCL examples. Under that I am going to run one file called as ns wireless-mitf.tcl. Now nam wireless_mitf.nam. When I use it, you can see the network animation window gets opened, and when I run the simulation, you can see there are two nodes that I change packets between them, which you can right away you can see using network animation NAM. So NS3 installed, NS2 also working fine. Now I am going for the third application called as Sumo. CD Sumo. In that build tools, under the tools I am going for a file called as OSM, OpenStreetMap Web Wizard, so that I can get the straight away I can get the map interface. So for that it will be opening a browser, because in the browser you can able to configure the vehicles and the number of vehicles to run on the road on a global map. So you can select any map in that case, and you can form a area, and inside the area you can able to run the vehicles in the real map, and there can be exported to either NS3 or NS2. So for that my channel also contains many videos relevant to that. You can watch those videos. So now you can see that this is how the way the Sumo GUI works like this, and you can see the how the cars or the vehicles, the trucks, buses, pedestrians, motorcycles, everything moves in the simulation. You can see that the yellow colored ones are the vehicles moving on the Berlin roads, because default map is Berlin, and if you want to change, you can able to change our own maps also. So whichever place you live, that map you can able to showcase here. So Sumo also works out fine. So then I am going for a NetSimulyzer. NetSimulyzer is a 3D model for a NS3 simulations. So you can able to make the drones to fly here. You can able to create buildings. So many things you can able to do in it. And Gnuplot. Next application is Gnuplot for plotting the waveforms, characteristics, and other things. First, for example, I am just plotting y equal to mx plus c, that's a straight line, and I am plotting the parabola using x square plus 2x or something. So it works fine. You can see here. So this way the parabola and everything is working fine. So Gnuplot also installed successfully. Yes. Now this is one example of a Gnuplot. Now quit this. So all the softwares, whatever is there, I have just given the information here. So in the description window also I will be giving you how to use these commands. Also I have my own website nsnam.com, where you can able to check the commands how can you able to use. So there you can copy paste also those commands. Okay. So this is the advantage of using a virtual machine image. So all of you can download and get the benefit of it. And to make you easily understand, I have given all the commands. What are the commands I used? So ns is one command for NS2, NAM for network animator, Xgraph for plotting the graph characteristics, Gnuplot for another plot characteristics. Then we have /ns3 run that file name .cc. So likewise we have all the commands I just listed out for your easier understanding. You can make use of this. So in case you have any queries or any doubts whether how to use a particular software or a command, you can please always give me a comment below. I'm happy to answer those things. So thanks for watching this video, friends. So please subscribe to my channel and circulate this information to many of your fellow members who are already working on networks or vehicular networks or Internet of Things or NS2, NS3. So you can please suggest my channel to them and ask them to subscribe and get benefited from it. Thank you very much.